In the previous video, we were looking for a way to deal with the transpose of a product. And we discovered that it equals the product of the individual transposes in the opposite order, just like for the inverse operation. But what if the product contains more than two matrices? How do we deal with the transpose of a product like that? And you might expect that, just like in the case of the inverse operation, it will once again be the product of the individual transposes in the opposite order. So C transpose, B transpose, A transpose. And that's indeed the case. But if you think back to how we proved it for the case of the inverse, you will realize that the same approach cannot be used for the transpose. Fortunately, there is another approach that's just as simple, and we'll rely on it this time. So the idea is to break up this procedure into two steps. And in the first step, you may think of the product AB as a single matrix. And then what you have here is not a product of three matrices A, B, and C, but simply a product of two matrices, AB and C. And for that, we already have a formula. And the result is C transpose times the matrix AB transpose. There you go. And now we're left with another case of a product of two matrices under the transpose. And we once again know how to deal with it. And the result is, so C transpose remains unchanged. And this, of course, becomes B transpose, A transpose. And indeed, the result is the product of the individual inverses in the opposite order. C transpose, B transpose, A transpose. And I think it's pretty easy to see that this approach works not only for three matrices in a product, but for any number of matrices. So for a product of any number of matrices, the transpose is the product of the individual transposes in the opposite order. And you can just double check that if in this product all of the matrices are compatible, then they're also compatible in this product as well. This is actually a very important formula that's used over and over again, and we'll start using it very soon, possibly as soon as the next video.